Y'all, did y'all see the story that's going around right now? I am so appalled. Like, this is unbelievable, y'all. This is why you can't travel with everybody. And y'all do not like listening to your travel agents when we tell y'all not to travel with everybody, and everybody aren't good supporters, and everybody aren't good friends. Like, we try to tell y'all, we try to advise y'all about this type of situation. Like, we try to tell y'all all the time about it. Like, all the time. I tell my people all the time, if they ain't your family worse too. Family ain't no better either. But y'all, if you are unfamiliar with the situation, this girl her name is Shanquella Robinson. She went to Mexico with her friends, a group of friends, and all of them came back but her. And so everybody was saying, like, all the people said that she died of alcohol poisoning in Mexico, which was not true. Her mama revealed that her autopsy revealed that she had like blunt force trauma. She had her vertebrae broken in her neck, all kind of stuff, y'all. And come to find out, like, a video just came out that showing that her and one of her, so I guess, friends that she traveled with got to fight. And, like, it's crazy. Like, she had they said on the autopsy report, it said that she had, her face was swollen, she had a knot on her head, her eyes were swollen, her lips were split. So it's just like she really got beat up, like, and there's no telling what happened after that video that circulated. We saw what happened after that. Like, if something happened after that video, because it is just crazy to me that that happened, and that the people, the I guess police or whatever you call them in Mexico, let them come back home and didn't do anything to them. It's just crazy. Like, yeah. And then one of the girls that traveled with her is the one that assaulted her. Like, the girl was naked. Like, so in a previous video that they from the comments and stuff that I was reading, let me see if I can see y'all comments. Y'all drop the comments below. So some of the comments and stuff that I've been reading online, people were saying that that in another video, like the video we saw her and the girl fighting, they said it was a video before that, and then it's a video after that. So we've only seen just that video. We haven't seen the before and the after. So apparently after the video that we saw, that right, everybody should go to jail in my opinion. Even her, and they said her best friend was one of the ones recording that was saying, girl, get up and fight. And the girl in the video that was fighting was like, no, she can't fight. So she was either drugged or, you know, under the influence, or, you know, it's just crazy that happened. So let me know what y'all think in the comments and stuff. Like, when I travel somewhere, like, I don't really do a lot of solo travel. And when I travel, it has to be with a group of people. Normally, even when I go to my company events, if my fiance not going, I don't really go. Like, he normally goes with me. He don't go to the events and stuff. You don't go to the events and stuff. You be there, but you don't go to the events. I figured it was more videos. It is. Anyone who stood by, who recorded, watched, and helped try to cover it up should be held accountable. I definitely agree that they all should be accountable. And I think that the Mexican government, the police department, should be held to our standard as well, because you could, if the autopsy is saying all of that, the bruises and stuff like that was on her face, then you could visibly see that she was assaulted. Like, you can really see that. So it's not like it was just an accident, or no, that was not an accident. It was more to alcohol poisoning than that, because if you die from alcohol poisoning, you won't have knots on your head, you won't have your lips won't be swollen and busted and all that kind of stuff. If that's that. This was more than that, y'all. It was more than that. They drugged her and alcohol poisoning to be able to beat her up and fight her, because she was the only one naked with no clothes on in the room. Everybody else, in the video had clothes on, and you can see that multiple people had their phones out recording. Like, they were recording this go on. Like, and we see people post fights and all that stuff on Facebook all the time. Like,
so
we get it. They do it all the time, y'all.
Loss of a very young lady, Shanquella Robinson. The local family are still continuing to mourn the loss of their daughter weeks after she didn't return home from a trip to Mexico. Ideally, no parent want to bury her own daughter or son, and this action was really very devastating. I've just got a glimpse of the clip or the video of Shanquella being actually injured, and she went out, she went to the trip with friends, but of course we all know what happened, and she eventually lost her life. It's really very devastating. Now the parents, Mr. Bernard and Salamondra Robinson, said Shanquella Robinson, a young lady at the age of 25, we looked at Shanquella's Instagram. She was really an avid traveler because she had traveled a couple of countries, and she was always with her friends, moving around, traveling and enjoying themselves as young women. An avid traveler, according to her Instagram, she had been to Montego Bay, Jamaica, Mandalay Resort, and she was really a very nice and wonderful business lady because she even dealt in clothes and she had a boutique. Her parents, Bernard and Salamondra Robinson, said Shanquella, at the age of 25 in the morning, left with her friends for a Charlotte, with her friends on a trip to Cabo in Mexico with a group of friends, of course, but sadly they would never see her again alive. According to what they said in a statement they released, they said Shanquella actually gave them a phone call early in the morning on Friday evening when she was having dinner, but of course they never spoke with her again alive. Mrs. Salamandra said on Saturday evening they called and said, the friends called and said she wasn't feeling well and they were going to call a doctor. And when they called the doctor, who hadn't arrived yet, they said by that time she had an alcohol poisoning issue. The Robinsons were told that Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning, but they aren't convinced that it's actually the case, and actually that's what prompted them to seek for an autopsy. The autopsy revealed that the lady had been beaten. She had a broken back, broken ribs, with lips swollen, meaning she had been beaten massively. And according to the video we saw a couple of hours ago, it is actually true that she had been beaten. So later on we received one of those guys who was with Shanquella actually coming out via social media to post a video saying that for him, he arrived a day later, but of course he wasn't aware of what had happened the previous day when Shanquella had been injured. So we cannot disagree or we cannot agree with what he's saying, but of course we'll leave that to the police. Here at TikTok Media, we discourage any kind of violence and we encourage everyone to always seek for any help in case you're in danger. Call the police and all the responsible authorities. R.I.P. Shanquella Robinson.